Welcome back. This is Wisconsin Shoe Guy. Today we're going to do an interesting topic talking about the Austerity Oxford. Now, an Austerity means that it's a shoe with multiple parts, so it's never a whole cut, but it has no broguing where there's traditionally a brogue in the shoe. Now, what is a brogue? A brogue is a hole in a piece of leather, usually a piece on top, but sometimes it can be on the main piece, where it's actually an ornate design. Now you can have this as a medallion. This piece here is considered the quarter brogue piece, but a quarter brogue doesn't have a medallion, okay? But there can be brogue lines all kinds of places on the shoe. It can be along here, it can be along here, it can be along the top line here, even along the back heel counters. They can be all over the shoe. But what makes an austerity is that there are no brogues. Now, brogues cut the formality of a shoe down significantly. In fact, traditionalists wouldn't wear shoes with brogue holes with a suit. That would be reserved only for combinations. Now, if you think about modern dress wear today, most men would wear wingtips with a suit. They wouldn't think twice. But that is definitely the more traditional way of doing it. So what you got with the austerity shoes and austerity brogues was that you could wear them with a suit without any problem. Now, to me, they offer a number of styles that are interesting, that allow you to kind of jazz up the formality a little bit, but you don't necessarily have to reserve them for formal occasions because they can be dressed down as well. So a few examples here. First, we have an Adelaide. Okay, so this is a cap toe, and it's an Adelaide, meaning that it has this U-throat here, and it also has heel counters. Okay, so your traditional Adelaide shape, no broguing, more formal than a normal Adelaide. Now this one has a very round last, and this is from Lobb. This is the Evans from their Legacy line, and it is a beautiful shoe, very, very solid factory-made shoe, and just a little bit dressier. Now, you know, Crockett and Jones, a number of other brands have an austerity Adelaide as well, and it can be a really, really good addition if you have a number of Adelaides and you want something new that's different. If you're like me and you like collecting shoes, you like wearing a large variety of shoes, sometimes it's hard to figure out, you know, you don't want another black cap-toe Oxford, right? I mean, they're not that different from each other. So how do you make it so that they're all independent and unique? And this is a way to do that. Now, the next shoe here is in suede, which is obviously not formal, but it is a beautiful example of being able to have some really fine details in suede that you can actually see. One of the problems that I run into with suede, especially with darker suede, is that it's hard to see the brogue holes, right? Because the suede texture kind of overpowers them. And here you have this beautiful triple line of stitching that J. Fitzpatrick puts onto this austerity brogue, which allows it to really have a beautiful, beautiful shape. Now, you know, the rest of the shoe, also lighter in color, kind of really fades to a nice casual version. Now, let's look at a more formal version. And here we have, this is a Connaught by Graziano and Girling. Okay? And this also has beautiful double stitch. But you put a real nice high shine on this, and this shoe just absolutely sings. Okay? Much higher end, typical Graziano and Girling, but just a beautiful way of being able to present this style. Very square on the last, although this is a TG73 last, so it has the square front, but it's very, very calm, where if you look at other Graziano and Girling shoes, they might have a big square piece here, like the Deco series, and this is very similar to the Deco. This is a Vahtia that is this beautiful patina here, and that's on their Hippogriff last. Now this is a different kind altogether. This is technically a whole cut because it's made with one piece of leather, and this is the one piece spiraling around, okay, like so. So if you look at it, you can see it just has that flow about it. So this is what they call a spiral hole cut, okay? So you have the wingtip, kind of have an Adelaide, kind of have a long wing, and you have just a regular wing, okay? So it's an interesting design, initially created by John Lobb, and this shoe is just a beautiful example of how this can look. And this is with a nice custom patina, and here we have the same design by Gordon JimJun in a museum calf. Okay, so again, it's a wonderful way of doing it, and can really amp up the formality. And I bought this in museum calf because the original from John Lobb was also in museum calf, and I think that really is a nice way to look at it, and has a lot of depth of color to it, which is really fun. So you can change patinas, you can change the calf style, and even this color brown versus that color brown are different, even though they're both looking mid-brown. So there's a lot of variety that you can have to the shoes to really build on a collection. And here you can see 5 shoes that are all significantly different and yet have this one common thing that they share together, which is that they are austerity shoes and are just more formal than brogues. So let me know what you think about austerity shoes and the examples provided, and thanks for watching.